We are going to discuss today many subjects, such as giving a tip. You know, tip is come from the word to ensure promptu. So giving a tip to all different people, some of them is their livelihood, some of them is just additional income. Is that chovat ha'anaka? Is that obligation by the Torah, by rabbinic? Is that optional? It's not as simple as sounds. But before we go there, we have here a discussion that the Mishnah leaded us with Yevama, a surviving woman, husband, wife, have no children. The husband died young, and she is still capable to have children. So one of the manner of acquisition, we are 2 lines from bottom of page 13b, Vayvama niknet bebi'ah. That part of the acquisition is toward the relation. So the Gemara asks, bebi'ah menalan, how do you know that she being acquired by the Yavam, by the surviving brother of the deceased, and it's not like others who acquire by money or document or shtar. So here there is a book by one of the giant Gdolei Lita, the great Lithuanian rabbi by the name of Imrei Moshe. He asked a question about Yevama Me'uberet. If you have a woman that she is lost her husband but she is pregnant. And the question is, the brother did the yibum, the brother married her. So the question is, she needs a get, because what we said that the Yevama niknet bebi'ah. We said that the Yevama, the surviving wife, can be acquired toward intercourse. So the question is, he hold Moshe said that dafka sheyesh mitzvat yibum. When is the mitzvah of yibum applies? Otherwise, lo kanauta, he's not have a manner of acquisition to her. So the whole idea of get from that Yevama, according to Imrei Moshe, is rabbinic, is mid'rabanan, because biblically lo kanauta, he's not matter of inquisition, because it's not a matter of the obligation of mitzvah by the Torah, but there are those who disputed it. So the Gemara responds based on the Torah, book of the Devarim, Deuteronomy, chapter 25, verse 5, Amar Kra, page 14, Yevama yavo alea ulkacha lo leisha. Her brother-in-law will engage with her with a cohabitation and take her as a wife. And he performed a levirate marriage. So I explained in my book, Rashi said, Klomar bi'ata hi likochea. The Pnei Yoshua explained this Rashi, and he said, why you need to use the word, the Torah needs to use the word ulkachalo. Because Yevama yavo alea, it's obvious that that's what happened. So the kachalo, meaning that the total kni'a legamri, the idea of the final stage of acquisition, that's the one he meant. But I think that that's the idea of klomar here. The question is if lekachalo is independent or not. But again, you're welcome to read here and the Pnei Yoshua. So they said, Ve'ima lechula milta keisha. Maybe you can say that all matters, she is like a wife, and therefore she can also be acquired with money or a document, like any other woman. לא סגרת הרתניה יכול הוא כסף ושטר גומרים בה כדרך שהביה גומרת בה. Maybe all the others the same as the intercourse completes her acquisition. Talmud lomar veyibma, and perform levirate marriage with her. Bi'a gomeret ba ben kesef ushtar gomrim ba. The intercourse completes her acquisition, but money or document do not complete her acquisition. Ve'ima ma'i veyibma. So what is the meaning of the perform levirate marriage with her? The be'al korcha mi'abem, that he does it without her consent. So this is different than regular marriage, because in regular marriage you have it in a matter of be'al korcha. Here, levirate marriage does not require the woman to agree. Im ken lemakra v'yabem, mai v'yibma, shmat minat tartei. You learn 2 things. First, the levirate marriage can perform against her will, And the second, that the only way to acquire Vama is toward cohabitation. B'chalitza menala. How do you know that the act of chalitza, which is taking off the shoe, the Torah said in Deuteronomy 25, "V'nikra shmo b'Yisrael bet chalutz hana'al," and the name shall be called in Israel the house from the shoe will be removed. Kevan shechalatz bana'al utra lechol Israel. The moment that he removed the shoes, she is permitted to all Israel. Ha Israel le'acheru de'ata. The term Israel, what exactly halacha is teaching us? Ha mibalech detane Rab Shmuel bar Yehuda. B'Yisrael bebet din shel Israel, lo bebet din shel nochrim. Trei b'Yisrael ktivei. So we accepted only the regular bet din rabbinic court, not the civil, the non-Jewish court. And Israel is written twice. So the different halacha we have in each one. One time we sat before the great Rabbi Dr. The Yevama came and she needed the chalitza. So he said, you all go and say the chalutz hana'al. So it means everyone needs to say it. So how do you tell me that the chalitza allowed the Yevama to marry someone else? So they said over there, from the name shall be called, we said that you have to announce his name. How do you know the passing of the Yavam? When you talk about punishment, the Eshet is applied to Chenek. Yavama she belav, Yavama that it's in a way much less. It's only in a sense of onliness, but it's only, it's love, it's prohibition. So the death of Yavam should render her permitted. Malesh Tish can beget. Now rejected it and says this Kalvachomeru about the married woman that can leave through get. Tomar bezo shena yotza beget. This Yavama not live with the get. Hanama yotzet bechalitza, but she also lived through chalitza. So you have the same idea that chalitza, in that sense, serve the same function as a get. El amale shedishken usra matira, amar Rabba she'anana usra matira, Yavam usra, Yavam sharela. The same one that allow her, the same one allow her by his passing. So it's a question posted to the Khatam Sofer. Marsha elaborate even the writer too. But anyway, the Khatam Sofer, the question was, you have women in advanced age. Advanced age meaning she is still capable to have children, but she physically have a hard time. The husband passed away, they have no children. And now the question left, what do you do? She said, it's hard for me moving, it's hard for me to go. And his brother lived very, very far. So she said, just leave it alone. Do you have kfiyat chalitza? Did you force her to travel and to have release chalitza from the surviving brother or not? So the Khatam Sofer said, Al pi Kabbalah, according to the Kabbalistic sources, is a tikkun neshama, is repairing of the soul of the deceased. It's a story was told about the late Satmar Rebbe. Someone came to him and he said that I see my late brother who's in chains, in a dream, reoccurring dreams. I see my late brother in chains. Can the Rebbe tell me? So he asked the fellow, tell me, is this brother that appeared to you married? He says, yeah, he married one. Does he have children? He said, no. So he said, it's obvious. You need to do chalitza to his wife. And that's the idea that his soul is not resting in peace if you don't do that. Nowadays you don't do yibum. Anyway, so, udei shetish yotzah, b'chalitza mikal v'chomer. So a married woman shall leave a marriage through chalitza, as we derive from kal v'chomer. Uma yevama. שאינה יוצא בגט, יוצא בחליצה, זו שיוצא בגט, זה דין שיוצא בחליצה, obviously. אמר קרא ככה, וככה לעיכובה. לא, אמר קרא, I'm sorry, אמר קרא ספר קידוד, ספר קורתה, ואין דבר אחר קורתה. Yes. So they mean the written document sever her from her husband, but nothing else. So when the husband is alive, they only get can dissolve the marriage. So the Gemara asks, "V'tehei v'ma yotzet beged mikal v'chomer." So the Gemara should leave to get by קל וחומר. ומה אשתי שאין יוצא בחליצה יוצא בגט? זאת שיוצא בחליצה אין דין שיוצא בגט? אמר קרא ככה וככה לעיכובה. So the Torah said, so precludes another option. Is a Tosfot here. Very important Tosfot, we don't have time. Anyway, וכל אחד דאיקה עיכוב על הודר שקל וחומר, והיום הכיפורים גורל, חוקה, ותניא ועשהו חטאת, גורל עושה חטאת, ואין השם עושה חטאת. So again, Rashi here, שיכול, כלומר לאחיץ צריכה יקרא, שהייתי יכול לומר במקום שלו קידש הגורל. So the Rashi have שיכול, it's, the question is the קל וחומר, is the opposite, is בהיפוך. So יכול is either continuation or what's the havamina, but you're welcome to read here. Anyway, ולא דינומה במקום שלו קידש הגורל. קידש השם, מקום שקידש הגורל, אינו דין שיקדש השם. So you have the lottery does not affect the consecration of the animals. It is not logically right that the verbal designation of the animals will, with the required status, should affect the consecration of them. תלמוד לומר, ועשהו חטאת, הגורל עושה חטאת ונשים עושה חטאת. ותמה דמעתה קרא, הלבחר דרשינן קל וחומר, אבל גם דכתיב בחוקה, even it's written statue, אמר לה לה ולא להיבמה. ואם עלה לשמה, תראי לה כתיבי. והקדמי מבא אליה אחד לה לשמה ואחד לה ולא לה לחברתה. אלא אמר קרא, נעל, in, מידי אחרינה לא. שו yes, but something else not. It's not released. והנעל היחודעתה, היי מבא לכדתניה, נעלו, אלא נעלו. נעל שכל אדם מנעלי. How do you know the other shoes of any person used for חליצה? תלמוד לומר, נעל. Because we learned the word נעל written twice in two different places. So ריבה. אם כן מה תלמוד לומר נעלו? נעלו הראוי לו. פרט לגדול שאינו להלך בו. פרט לקטן שחופת רגלו. So a large one is a gadol, which means his shoe is not fit him. Cannot walk on it, and excluding shuv is small, that does not cover most of his food. Prat, but you exclude 14b, למסוליים שאין לו עקב. מסוליים is like sandals, that without a heel or strap to support the back of the foot. אם כן נכתוב קרא נעל, מהי הנעל? שמת מינה תרתי, so you learn two הלכות. The sug, the kind of shoe that proper for chalitza, and also yevama, she gets free by the chalitzat nal, but not by the get. So after the previous Mishnah teach us the way that women betrothed, so now the upcoming Mishnayot teach us in Darkei Kinyan. So when it's come to Eved Ivri, the Torah said there's 4 ways for a person to be a Hebrew servant. 1, if you steal and you have no money to pay. 2, daughters should not reach the age of na'arut, which means that it's called a ma'ivriya, maidservant, Hebrew maidservant. 3, someone is so pressed for fun, Leviticus 25, that he sell himself as a servant, or someone sell himself to a non-Jew because he's such a desperate for fun. עבד עברי נקנה בכסף ובשטר, וקונה את עצמו בשנים וביובל ובגרון כסף. Hebrew servant, he is acquired to money or document, and he purchased himself to be free by the 6 years of service, 49 years, or bigron kesef, that he deduct the amount of payment, and he redeemed himself by that. In addition to that, you have the Hebrew maidservant, shekunat atzma besimanim, that if she reached the age of the adulthood, which means to public hair after she's 12 years old, so even they didn't pay her the 6 years of being servant, and even the jubilee is not there yet. So הנרצה נקנה ברצייה, וקונה עצמו ביובל ומידת האדון. If someone is a נרצה, so he acquire himself through piercing, and he by himself toward רצייה, the piercing, and he by himself toward the jubilee, and through the death of his master. Death of his master, even he is not serving the son of the master. The Rashi said, versus if he passed during the 6 years of the Eved. Eved עברי נקרא בכסף מנהלן. אמר קרא מכסף, מקנתו מלמד שנקנה בכסף. Torah said that out of the money that he has brought for, in Leviticus 25, so we derive from that acquired through money. So the Gemara asks, you understand the Hebrew maidservant that he was sold to a non-Jew, since all of her acquisition is only with money. So likewise, they purchase a Hebrew slave with money. In Kali Salman, one who sold to a regular Jew with money, how do you derive it? Torah said, redeem. So there's a sum of her redemption, and she is emancipated. So that the Hebrew maidservant is acquired through money, and it apply to a male slave as well. אשכן אמר עברי אבל מקדשה בכסף, מקנה בכסף, עבד עברי מנהלן, אמר קרא, כי מכר לך אחיך עברי או עברייה, ועבדך ששנים מקיש עברי לעברייה. אשכן מכרו בדין. You understand that if there are any court selling. הואיל ונמכר בעל כוחו, but since he was sold against his will. מוכר עצמו מנהלן, one he was sell himself, how derive, sold toward money. Maybe you need the chazakah, Rashi said. Pnei Yoshua asked why Rashi hold that specific chazakah, but it's a discussion among the Rishonim. What's the reason that the Ebed Ivri, the master, is selling to Shivcha Knaanit? So he said, especially the Bedin Mecharu. So they said, the Chafetz Chaim said, you derive from that the Chumrat Agneiva, the horrible thing by someone who is stealing something that not belongs to him. Because think about the process. He stole, now he was married to a Canaanite maidservant, and that was by force of circumstance, and his children are turned to be as slaves, all because of the original stealing that he committed. Yaliv Sachir Sachir, the Gemara said you leave a verbal analogy from the word 2 times, hired worker. So both, the one who served himself. And they said, אני למד יליב שכיר שכיר, למד לא יליב שכיר שכיר, מה יקרה למימה? מרקרא וכי תשיג, מוסב על יען ראשון ולמד ויון מתחתו. All different Hebrew servant acquired toward money. ומן תנא דרא יליב שכיר שכיר, הייתנא ודתניא, מוכר עצמו נמכר ל6 ויתר על 6, מכרו בדין לא נמכר ל6. המוכר עצמו אינו נרצה, מכרו בדין נרצה, המוכר עצמו אינו מעניקים לו, מכרו בדין מעניקים לו. המוכר עצמו רבו מוסר לו שפחה כנענית, מכרו בדין, רבו מוסר לו שפחה כנענית. רבי אלעזר אומר, זה וזה אינו נמכר לו על 6, וזה וזה נרצה, זה וזה מעניקים לו, וזה וזה רבו מוסר לו שפחה כנענית. I wish to have more time. מה אליו בא כמפלגי דתנא קמא לא יליב שכיר שכיר, רבי אלעזר יליב שכיר שכיר. אמר רב תביאו משמי דאביי, כולי אמר יליב שכיר שכיר. ואח אביי קרא כמפלגי, מה אם תמא דתנא קמא? דאמר מוכר עצמו נמכר ל6 ויתר על 6, מעיד רחמן לגבי מכרו בית דין. ועבדך 6 שנים. זה ולא מוכר עצמו, ואידך, ועבדך לך ולא ליורש. So Rashi said, if the master left the son, so the servant serving until the end of the period that he owes. Tosfot have an issue with that, will apply to son, not this brother. Anyway, ואידך ועבדך אחרי נקטיב, ואידך, ההוא לארצת אדון ודעתה. So you have here Rashi, Rashbam, מצוות הענקה, what exactly apply, meiri, the shiluach, not shiluach, the chinuch, a big discussion of the definition of הענקה you should give. Is the chiyuv, is it tzedakah? It derived from that the whole idea of giving a tip to employee or the people. The Minchat Yitzchak, the Dayan Weiss asks, if that's an obligation, is a chovah or not? Can someone sue you? Can someone take you to a rabbinic court for that? That, for example, someone did all kind of service for you and you're expecting a tip, and that was part of the understanding, and you don't give him a tip. Or if you a fire employee who works for you X amount of years, so usually you give a month for a year. But can someone sue for that, take to rabbinic court for firing employee and not giving a sabbatical or whatever the month for a year? The Shach, the Siftei Kohen said, Dina l'malchut adina, you go by the law of the land, and you go by the min hamakom. So the big question is how you treat it. For example, you have a smachot, you have a different, happy occasions. You have a chatuna, you have a brit milah, you have all kind of life cycle event. Is that the oraita or it's minhag hamdina? Is that the biblical that you have to give those people, or they can take you to court or mini court, or it's just followed by the custom of the community? So it's a big write-up. The main one that deal with that is the Shach, as we said, and Minchat Yitzchak.
Kar tu